Ladies and gents, welcome back to the Mutual Respect Podcast. I hope you're having a great day. I would like to introduce myself once again. I am your MC, C to the M to the I to the C, and I am joined once again with my M.R.P host. Shout out to my boy, Hype Lopez. Hype.
Hey, it's me.
And yo, shout out to my other homeboy, Super Mario. Mario.
Hey, it's me. It's us. We did it.
Yes, ladies and gents, it's us three. And we like to welcome y'all back to M.R.P. and also another segment today of Mutually Yours. Ladies, last time we had a great, conversation on Mutually Yours. We was talking about mistakes and we was talking about the accepting of those mistakes. And, you know, we did get some feedback, and I just want to let the ladies know who listened, and I want to say thank you to all the ladies and all of our brothers and sisters out there that did listen to our Mutually Yours Valentine's Day episode. We got a lot of great feedback from that. Thank you guys for listening to the episode, and we're definitely going to follow up on that as well, and definitely bring in some female guests so that we can have a more, what's the best way to say this, guys, round discussion.
Rounded,
Like a
yeah.
round table,
Round.
yeah.
Yeah.
Want to
So
represent both sides of the spectrum here.
yeah, we're
100%.
definitely gonna do that. We're definitely gonna do that. But today on Mutually Yours, we're gonna talk about rejection.
Mm.
And we're going to talk about rejection as men, and how we handle rejection, and how do men handle rejection overall, within the confines of seeking a relationship. Men in general are highly subject to rejection. In our opinion, or in my opinion, due to men having to be the pursuer in most cases in regards to trying to get a relationship with another woman, we are the bearer of most of the rejections that come out of trying to find someone to build a relationship with. So much so that I believe that it has equally hindered and helped us in many ways, both within and outside of a relationship. Some may say that we eventually become desensitized to rejection at some point, eventually causing us to be less emotional once we meet a woman who is positively, responds to our advances, and that might affect our relationship later on. I also believe that this constant rejection that we receive as men can also lead to how we perceive or handle rejection within the workforce and other parts of our life and personal life. I didn't want to really make this Mutually Yours very topic based with different questions. I want us to take a deep dive and just talk about it, as guys, how we handle rejections in relationships. And, if we feel comfortable, we're going to talk about maybe some rejections we've had in our life, and how we handled it and how it changed who we are now. So, let's take a deep dive. Let's have a little fun with this one if we can. Rejection, gentlemen, it's a part of life. I think we all get rejected. You get rejected from a job application. You get rejected from the club if you don't have the right shoes on. But I
Mm.
think most of us will say that one of the toughest, if not the toughest, rejections we receive in our life is that of a woman. When we're trying to quote unquote court a woman. We're trying to maybe take her out on a date or even become friends. The definition of rejection, per the dictionary, is the dismissing or refusing of a proposal and or idea. So I want to ask you guys a question. Do you guys think that men handle rejection decently compared to maybe how we might be perceived by, I'm not just going to say the opposite sex, but just from the outside, or how media might perceive how we handle rejection? What do you guys think? Let's go to Lopez. Hype.
Okay, I'm gonna start this off today. This is a touchy subject here, and I guess I want to start by saying this: rejection is tough for all of us, obviously, right? Nobody wants to face rejection, and especially when you're in that situation where you want to court a woman, or vice versa, you're trying to court a man. I think the hardest part of that, especially from a male perspective, is actually mustering up the courage to actually pursue somebody. And I know, Chris, you kind of touched on that earlier. That idea of putting yourself in a situation to say, all right, I'm going to put myself at the mercy of this girl who does not know me, or maybe she does know you, you know what I mean? And completely throw the ball in her hands and say, all right, listen, I'm going to take the chance. Will you go out with me, or can I take you on a date, or whatever the case might be? You know what I mean? That moment is pure fear, bro. Like it
Yep.
takes a lot of confidence, and to be able to get to that point and say, I'm actually gonna follow through with this. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of, as us dudes, we talk about this all the time, right? Oh yeah. I'll totally go for that girl. I'll go for that girl,
Yeah.
whatever the case might be. But how often are dudes actually doing that, though? You know what I mean? Like, and I spent that to you guys, because I feel like as dudes, we talk a lot of smack, and that's just how it is, right? But I feel like the percentage of men who actually are like, all right, that woman over there, I'm feeling her, I'm going for it, is actually much lower than they want you to believe.
Oh,
You know
oh,
what I
oh,
mean?
oh. That percentage is 0.05%. I mean, listen, I'm sorry to interject, brother, but listen, we all like to say that we have confidence. But the amount of men that have the confidence to just go straight to any woman, I'm not even going to say a beautiful woman, regardless of her looks, just to go up to a woman that they are actually interested in,
Mm-hmm.
and to say, "Oh yeah, I'm good. Like, let me go." Rejection be damned. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like the hesitation. We all hesitate. I don't know. Like, listen, I got friends. Like, I'm pretty sure we know friends that will talk to any girl. Like they
That's what I
are
was gonna
like
say. Yeah,
they
that
are
was gonna say.
numb to rejection.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
a girl could throw a drink in their face and they'll go up to the next girl after that. Like they just like,
With the
they're
drink still
on.
dripping off their
Yeah, with the
face.
drink still dripping. And they won't even hide it. They'll be like, yeah, this girl just threw a drink in my face, but I'm looking at you now, shorty.
Yo,
But
they do.
and yo, shout out to them. I can only hope to have that much confidence. But yeah, not a lot of brothers go out there and just go up to a girl that they like that easy. It's 0.05%. It's very few of
Yeah,
us, man.
very low percentage
Yeah.
there, man. And I think that in the scheme of things, from the outside looking in, we're overcompensating, man. That's what I want to get to. Most
Yeah.
men just don't have that type of game, bro. It's real talk, man. You know what I mean? Like when we talk about the game, man, to have that ability to just swallow your pride, and I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna chalk it up, and whatever happens, bro. All power to you, man. If you got it, good for you, bro.
Yeah.
But that's an ability that takes years
Yeah,
to
man.
muster, to build. You know what I mean? If you had that from the beginning, shoot, more power to you. But I know for the majority of us, this is something that we've crafted over 20, 25 years and try to get to that line that we know works, or come through with the steez that's gonna fit right. It's just
Yeah. We
it's
don't handle
tough, man.
rejection that well, man. Like
It's not easy.
because
It's
There's
not
no
it's not
line.
easy.
hard.
There is no line. The line has to change every time. You can't stick
Yeah,
with
Yeah.
one line.
that's
Because
what it
you
is.
think
It's a
one
leap of
line
faith.
works. Very well said.
It
It's a
is a
leap of faith every time. Every time we go up to a woman and we try to introduce ourselves to you, it's a leap of faith because at the end of the day, we are so vulnerable at that moment. We're giving all of our power to you. And then, like, when you shoot us down,
Mm.
it's hard to get back up and go again. Like, usually, like, sometimes if you get shot down one day, you need a week to recover
Yeah,
to go again.
that's not a
You
quick
know,
recovery.
it's not a quick recovery. I mean, I've been, yeah, this is an open discussion.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, listen, look, I've been like, rejected, numerous times in my life, trying to go up to women. Cause me, I go for the high class. Like, I don't try to go for like, the shorty that everybody says, oh yeah, that's easy. That's an easy pickup. No, I'm going up to the girl right there that just passed the bar, that looks bad, and I know that I make maybe 1/3 of her salary, but I'm still going up to her, and, and and that rejection hurts because I know I'm about to get rejected, but it still doesn't make it hurt any less. You
That's
know,
courageous of you, though,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Yeah,
yo,
man.
yeah. You know, I mean, and like it starts when we're young, man. It starts when we're
It
young.
does start with
It
you.
starts when we're so
It does
young,
start when you're
man.
young.
You know, when you first go up to that first girl that you like in like elementary school, and you say, "Yo, I made this macaroni heart for you," and then she said that shit's ugly.
Mine
The
wasn't
man
like
was
that.
hurt. He
Mine
was
wasn't
hurt.
like that
Yeah.
at all.
Mario, what you got, man? I want to hear from you, man.
Yo, if we're going back to elementary, I got a funny one actually. I got a funny story. So, like what you guys were saying, like before you even talk to a girl, you're coaching yourselves. Like, all right, what am I gonna say? Should I say this to her? Should I do this? Like, back in the first grade, there was one kid who I thought was my boy. We had the cafeteria because you know how everyone had to go to lunch and everything. And the girl was like a year older than me, and she sat on the other side. I told my boy John, I think his name was. I forgot. I was like, yo, I want to talk to Samantha right now. Like, she's really cute. I'm gonna tell her that I like her. And he's like, wait, who? Which Samantha? That's the. And he stands up, like in the middle. Like,
Oh man,
that's
he
Samantha over
outed you
there.
like that,
Yo,
man.
he had to be like that, like crazy. He was like, Samantha right there with the green eyes over there. Like,
Oh,
like at that point, I got up. I read the hell out of that. There was like
yeah.
first grade. I was like, I don't know what you're talking. I was like,
Yeah.
by the time we looked back down, people were like, "Who are you pointing at? Where'd he go?" Like I just the lunchbox was still there. My lunchbox was still there, but
Yeah,
I
my,
dipped.
my man had like the poof joint from like the cartoons. It's like it's a cloud. It's like
I feel you though, man.
Yeah,
It's not easy, Mario.
yo, Lopez, we need to hear something from you, man.
Let me
What's one of your early rejections?
let
We're
me
talking about minor rejections.
we all have rejection, B. I'm no better than
Lopez acting
anybody
all
else,
cool, like,
man. You
yeah, we
know.
all have rejections. Now, me,
Listen, I
I
nah
do the
nah.
reject thing. Like, nigga.
I took L's too. We all took L's, man.
yeah,
But I do remember early on, like again, elementary school, being interested in this girl, and I thought I had game at the time. I did not. I definitely did not have game. But I tried. I tried to be a little bit courageous in this instance, and I said, okay, I'm gonna set this up, set up a little, back then it was like a little ice cream date or something, oh, maybe we
yes,
hit Carvel, later on, yada yada. And she was down for it. But that's what happened, man. It turned into like a 20-person group thing, and it was like, oh yeah, we all going. And I was like, wait, that wasn't the plan. Wait, hold
It wasn't
on.
part of the plan.
I thought it was just no, it's not just
Danny looking at
you
like,
and
wait,
me,
what?
bro. Like that's
Like 1, 2, 3. Wait, what?
yeah. Wait, what's everybody doing? And she did that real quick. So I do remember that, and I remember just like having that palm on the window, and it's the cold on the window frame, and I was sitting there like, damn, where did I go wrong? I was probably like 9 years old, bro. Like it didn't. Nothing was gonna go right anyway, but I felt it though. It hurt, Your
Yeah,
boy was
man.
hurting, man. It's hard to put yourself in a position like that, and especially as man, we're prideful. You know this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Rejection is the last thing that you want to go to. But I will say that I think as a whole, men, we got to take our rejections a little bit better. I do think we got some work to do with that because
yeah.
I will say I hate hearing those stories about like dude who got rejected and then like slash the woman afterwards or something. You know what I mean? Like something
I think,
crazy like that, where it's
That's
like,
a great
I
point.
whoa,
think that
whoa.
that goes beyond rejection. That goes mental health issues.
I mean, 100% agree. But the fact that it went even that far was like, damn, bro, like it ain't have to hit you that deep. You know what I mean? I think we got to look at our game. We got to look at our delivery, and it takes a lot of introspection. And if you're not a person that does that, you're gonna be taking a lot of L's. Let's just say like
Yeah,
that. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, life is full of rejections. And like, I mean, like, listen, man. And the thing is, like, as a man, personally, I believe that, we just are naturally, predisposed to rejection. It's just,
yeah,
I mean, it kind of sucks. It's the, I mean, like, I don't want to sound like male chauvinist here, but, you know, it's literally the burden of being a man due to the fact that we are supposed to seek things more. Like, we are the hunters,
mhm.
so therefore, being the hunter, we are more predisposed to fail. We're the ones that as society states that we're the ones that we have to go out and make the money. We're the ones that have to go out and get a job. We're the ones that have to go out and provide for the family. So we are used to having failure left and right until we get one, like until we succeed. You know, we're
Mhm.
used to getting rejected left and right until we get that one yes. You know, and then we try to make that one yes last forever. And then usually it doesn't, and then we have to try again. You know,
When you
It's
get
just
and
that
an
yes, though,
endless
it feels
loop.
great. It
it's
feels great when
it's
you
an
get that.
endless loop. It's crazy, man. But I also think that in a way, it kind of like Lopez said, you know, there's ways to handle rejection, and I think one of the ways is a way right here. You know, having a group of friends that you could talk about rejection with. You know, I mean, the reason why I was able to handle some rejections because me and my all my friends was getting rejected. So we would talk about, yo, how does she play you today? And then you'd be like, yeah, man, you know, she deaded me. What about you? Yo, man, I tried the same thing you did. You didn't tell me that she didn't like that. And I was like, yeah, you know, and it would be us like, you know, we
Exchanging
fail, but we
notes.
fail together. Yeah, we
Yeah,
exchange
man.
your notes. And then when one of us succeed, we all succeed. You know, like I remember one of my boys and we was all going after these like in junior high. Junior high was my year because I was ruthless. I think me and my boys, we was going after these girls who was just like bad from the Bronx, man. Like, you know, they was bad. I think they still bad. I think I saw them on Facebook the other day. Um, you know. And I remember me and my boys was going up to him, and then like, you know, of course, you know, me and my other two guys, we was like, yo, we ain't gonna get him, but let's just keep hollering at him, you know, because they think we're funny now. We got rejected so much, it almost became a joke. They had
Oh
fun rejecting us.
man.
But then one of my boys, I don't know what happened. He grew a couple of inches one year, and you know, I guess that was the trick. And one of the girls started dating him, and it almost felt like we all were dating her. It was a win for the whole crew. It was like, you know, he won the chip, we all won the chip.
Yeah, man.
You
You got
know,
the
so
ring. You got the ring.
yeah, he got the ring, we got the ring, you know. And I think that's like us a way to handle rejection is to have a group of friends to lean on during those times. And you know, you got to find the right group because some dudes never been rejected before, or they don't know how
Yeah,
to,
they
they don't
they
know what
can't
rejection.
relate. Yeah.
You know, we have a friend that we ain't gonna say his name because you know, I think y'all know who I'm talking about. But we have a buddy
Yeah.
who we don't think has ever really been rejected before. I'm pretty sure he's been told I got a boyfriend, but I don't think that was a rejection for him. I think that was just
Yeah.
like, well, you know, it looks like we're gonna have an issue here. We'll find a way to work
There
around
might
this.
be
It
complications,
might be
but we gonna
complications.
figure out a way though.
Yeah, this friend I would never have as my person to lean on, just because I know that he won't understand it.
You can't relate. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
he
that's
gotta,
true.
can't relate. We
you
ain't
gotta
gonna say
choose
his
your
name.
circle wisely. You know.
We ain't gonna say his name, but that's our boy though. Shout out.
Yeah, man.
Now, in regards to rejection, do y'all think that we handle it better a little than women? In your opinion?
Mm. At the cost of sounding a bit biased here, I will say that I definitely think men in general will experience rejection a lot more, at least when it comes to like relationships and stuff like that. But most women, I think, are not the pursuers. You know what I mean? There's very few case scenarios where I can like remember where a girl like was coming after me and not the other way around. You know what I mean?
Very
So
few. Zero
yeah,
point zero 0.01%.
it's I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying it's
Yeah,
very few times
it
that
does
that
happen, but
does
it is
happen.
rare.
Right, exactly. And then when it does happen, you're like, yo, what's going on here? Like, who's trying to set me up right now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
What
that's a
prank
fact. Cause
show am I on right now? Because
you
I
don't
know
even
this.
believe it. Like if a
Yeah.
girl came to pursue you, you think it's like a setup. You like, yo, what you trying to get in my pockets or something? You kind of ruin it yourself. You sabotage yourself because you like you're so
Like, I can't trust it. Like I'm
it's
like,
so
I don't know.
unconventional. You're like, yo, somebody trying to get me. You got a man that's trying to get me in. Like I ain't trying to play. Man.
Yeah, man. So I will say just in that facet, I think, we're set up like you said, Chris. We're set up to take rejection more often. So I will say I think that when it comes to relationships when women get rejected, of course it's gonna hurt. Like anybody else. We're all gonna take that L, but I think they're less prone to be rejected. And so whatever that stands for, you know what I mean? Like I think that out of 10 scenarios, they probably gonna win 9 out of 10, and that one is really gonna hurt, whereas we're facing the reverse. Out of 10 scenarios, we lost 10, but one of them we kept pursuing, we kept pursuing one of them. Maybe you got a W out of that one. the numbers are very different when we're looking at them on the chart.
Oh man, that's a fact. What do you think, Mario? You think men handle rejection a little better than women?
I think, yeah. We're just so used to it. I don't know. Like, it's just like growing up, like, it's kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like second nature to you at that point, like after a while. And then you just, I guess the best way to say is like, you got to log it down, like your past L's, like, all right, how did I go about this? And then you go about like the next one's like, all right, I can't do this because I remember, oh my God, the summer of 04 or something like that. I did that, it's like, no, but like, I'm joking. I'm like, but digging, I don't know. Long story short, we do. You got to also think about there is. I mean, you guys tell me if I'm wrong. There is like some kind of like, it's like a roller coaster ride. There's like some kind of thrill out of it because you're still trying to think like, oh, like you're just fighting to win. It's like a challenge that you like.
Yeah,
like
I mean, you got at the end of the day, you got to shoot your shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
and that's
yeah.
what it is. So I respect the shooting of the shot. I
Exactly.
respect anybody who's taking the shot. You know what I mean? Like, good for you, bro.
Yeah.
But once you miss the shot, don't be standing on the 3-point line like, bro, what happened? You know what I mean?
No,
just
no.
keep it moving. You know,
Especially if you just especially
I
if that
like
ball
that
just
analogy.
slapped.
yeah,
Get back on
moving.
defense,
Yeah,
nigga. What's
get
wrong
back on
with you?
defense. Exactly. Like we can't be standing there just looking at the board all day. You know what I mean? So it's not easy, man. I don't know. I don't want to get into and say, oh, women, this and that. I just think that we take more L's. Like it's like just literally a fact that we will end up taking more L's. It'll be more rejection on our side, and we are forced to kind of just deal with it. That's it. That's gonna be the facet of your life. This is how
It's nothing against women. I think it's more of like, hey, listen, ladies, we are more exposed to it, so therefore we are more prepared to handle it.
Right, exactly.
And it's not that
it's
you
exposure.
guys can't handle rejection. It's just that unfortunately, this is not something that we want. Like, trust me, we would love to be in your position, but like we would love.
We
to
were
be
built for this.
Yeah, but that's it. Thank you, Lopez. We were built for this. It's like it's the reason why when a woman, unfortunately, when she gets rejected, when she puts herself out there and gets rejected, it hurts a lot more for her. Most of the time, due to the fact that, like Lopez said, women don't usually put themselves out there like that. They usually are pursued and not the pursuers. And then B, due to the fact that they don't usually pursue, they don't know how to handle. Sometimes they don't know how to handle that rejection if it does happen. As a guy, we're just always putting ourselves out there that by the time we get a yes, we're just like numb.
Yeah.
We're like, really? Okay.
All right. I guess
I guess we're doing it. I mean, and that's it. I'm saying, like, I know that some women might think like, oh, you don't understand, we can handle rejection. It's just that, sometimes y'all the ones that always want to yell at us and stuff. Listen, if there's a brother that doesn't know how to handle rejection, that's a brother that probably has past issues.
That's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
Just leave that situation.
That's a red flag. And ladies, you need to leave that brother alone.
Yeah. That's Hannibal Lecter. That's Hannibal
Lecter. That's a dude. That's a dude that's like, wow, crazy. If he doesn't know how to handle rejection well, if he's like a dude that, I've seen guys on the street being mad disrespectful. They holler at a woman woman says, no, I'm not interested. And they be like, yeah, bitch, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's way too much.
That's way too much. That's somebody that you need to, like, for one, not even be associated with. And two, like, if anybody is dating him, that's their problem.
Yeah, that's a red flag for sure.
I also think that, ladies, can you also please be a little, and guys, I want to hear your opinion on this. All we ask for y'all is to be respectful in your rejections. Can you just be a little nice? I mean, some rejections I've seen towards fellas, and I'm not saying me, but some guys I've seen get rejected, and it'd be wild disrespectful, man. It'd be like, yo, he just asked for your number. All you had to do was say no. Some women be thinking,
or it'd be like the thing where it's like her group of friends that it's not even her. Like they like, why you even coming over here? Don't come over here with that. You're like, what? I didn't even make it over there yet. Like, come on. Nah, we see that you're trying to make it over here. Don't bring that over here.
They build the wall like the Spartans, yo. Like they be like, woof.
You brought up a good topic. Would you ever approach a girl when she's with the squad? That is like that's a shot in the dark.
I've done it, but I usually try to do it with friends.
That's
a
I
shot in
think
the
that's a
dark.
different scenario. Like if you know them for a little while, like
Okay.
whatever, you know what I mean. But
Yeah, yeah,
if you go into a new girl, and she got her
yeah.
whole group of friends there, you think that's your
Yo,
time to shoot the shot. I
no,
guarantee you it is not, bro.
no.
I guarantee you that much. If you can pull that off, bro, you should be on this podcast right now talking to
Yeah.
everybody, letting them know how to achieve that.
We
But
should be interviewing you right
yeah, we need to
now.
interview you because that's a whole different level of confidence right there. I'm assuming you just won over all of them, so I'm just so good for you.
I
But
mean, but you got to have your team.
You're
Like, if you see a
bulletproof.
homegirl over there, like Mario, if you see that situation, you see a girl that you like, but you see that she's surrounded by her four homegirls, and you know, like, okay, so you could tell, like, all right, these girls are definitely going to try to block me if I go over there.
yeah,
This is when you got to recruit your Avengers. You got to call up your friends and be like, "Hey, Lopez, I'm trying to do this initiative. I'm trying to holler at this girl over there. I want you to join this team. I'm trying to do this
Avengers
initiative."
assemble.
Assemble. And then once you get your team assembled and they get over there and everybody knows they roles,
yep.
and then this is how you can avoid rejection or avoid being rejected by multiple people. Cause that's not fun. That's
Mm-mm.
not fun when the whole squad of girls reject you. Cause that's mad
Nah,
embarrassing. And I
nah.
think that's kind of messed up, ladies. Can y'all please, if we holler at you, just you reject us. Don't
Yeah,
get your
just keep
homegirls.
make it a one-on-one thing.
Make it a one-on-one
Don't
thing.
have your girls dead homeboy for putting his heart on the
Yeah.
line out there. You broke his spirit now. Not only
Broke his
did you
spirit
break his heart, you broke his spirit. That's messed up, man.
on some
And you
Bane
know how
shit.
long it's gonna take for him to try and gain that back again?
He's gonna have to look at the
You
mirror
know,
and just say,
yeah,
"What the
every
hell?"
day he's gonna
Yo,
be thinking
man.
about, damn, not only did Shorty reject me, but all of them rejected me.
All reject. I wasn't even talking to them.
All of them. I didn't even
Yeah.
know who they was.
They
They
were.
all rejected me too. Like
That's why
that's crazy, man.
you got to have your team right, man. When your team go over there, you still might get rejected, but you can handle a one-on-one rejection a little better than a 501 rejection. Yeah, you get your friends to talk to the other girls, and then your friends, they don't give a fuck if they rejected because they're not there for that. They there for you. They just doing this as like interference just to make sure that you get the one-on-one
Yeah.
rejection. Are men now? Do we have like that mentality that even when we go up to a girl now, we just expecting rejection?
I mean, I'm a married man now, so I'm not in this circle
All right.
anymore.
So Mario, I respect
Your
Lopez.
boy made it to the other side.
So Mario, since we are still part of the initiated, or the uninitiated, I guess. Do you think that we just have in our minds now, most men have in our minds now, like, yo, listen, I'm gonna holler at this girl, but I'm already expecting a rejection ahead of time?
It depends on the scenario. I don't want to say I'm like 100% always expecting like me being like denied because at this age, if I'm shooting my shot, like I gotta at least have had like conversations with the person or get to know the person before I'm like truly shooting my shot. But if we're talking about just like some person I've never met in my life, right, and I just like, wow, that is like the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. I'm gonna shoot my shot, and I'm like 99.9% chance she's gonna say no. But let's hope that point one just comes through just this one time.
Yeah. I think it's worth noting though, to your point, it's more likely that you're gonna take the time to try to soften the blow to build out that relationship before you just
Yes.
directly try to holler at somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
You
that
want to fight
just
the
going
odds.
straight in is kind of a suicide mission. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have
But
no
that's kind of,
intel.
but
You
it's
have
a suicide
nothing.
mission, but it's probably less painful when you get rejected because you're pulling off the band-aid like just quickly,
Straight
and you
up.
That's like a
just
training. If that's the case, that's like it was a scenario like someone you don't know, like just off the.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
like somebody you don't
random
know.
chick in
You
a club.
just
Oh well, I call that training.
Yeah,
Like
'cause
no,
you
like
just
I
walk
don't.
up to a girl and you just get rejected. But if you're just doing it like very quickly, you're very forward with what you want, and she
Yeah.
rejects you, I think you can handle that a lot easier because you're just like,
right.
okay,
Just
that's
like
just a quick
whatever.
rejection.
Yeah.
Whatever. On to the next. Mario, you brought up a good thing now. I like what you brought up, or you was kind of leaning towards it. It hurts a little more, like guys. Does it hurt a little more when that rejection comes from a girl that you already knew and you already were friends with and you already built a rapport with?
Yeah.
How is that rejection like that? I mean, I've been rejected like that before, and that hurts a
I
lot.
think we all been rejected like that before,
Yeah.
man.
Definitely.
I think that whole thing is like the whole, you came up with a whole strategy. You came up with a mission plan,
Yeah.
and you thought that if you followed up on everything on your plan to the T, you were gonna guarantee a win. And then you did it, and by the end of it, you still took a L. Like that's a hard L. You know what I mean?
That's
Because
yeah.
you
That's
put
tough.
all that
That's
planning, you
tough.
put all that preparation and time into it. In my head, that's worse than just going up to a random chick too and just being like, hey, I don't know who you are, but I'm into you, yada yada yada. At least, like you said, Chris, you can walk away from that, and who cares? She don't know you anyway. You know what I mean? So there's not gonna be any story to follow there. But imagine some girl that you knew, and then you made your whole plan, and you had a whole mission of how you was gonna do this, and you followed through, and then not only did she reject you, but all of your friends know that you got rejected too, and they talking about you, and they texting each other saying, "Yeah, yo,
And you in the
he was
group
after."
chat, so
Yeah,
like you
you in the
seeing
group.
all the rejections.
They
They
forgot
didn't
that
even
you were
have the.
in one of the group chats, and
Yeah.
But I
that
mean, no,
is
it's crazy. Wow, that hurts, man. I mean, listen, that's probably the hardest rejection for a guy is when we put in that work, and it's not even like, and sometimes it's a friend that you just happen to have feelings for eventually, and then sometimes it's a girl that you said, okay, I always liked you, but I decided to like to build this up from the bottom, become friends, get to know you. Once we build this rapport, I was going to, eventually take my shot and ask you out. And then you build a rapport, your friends, y'all hang out,
Friend zone.
and then
yeah,
bam, the friend zone. Or
the
like,
worst place you can end up.
The friend
yeah,
zone
and
is the
The friend
worst.
zone.
the friend zone is like, that's the purgatory for rejection, man.
Yeah, man.
Well said.
That's where all the rejected brothers lie, and we lie in the friend zone. And you know, every time a brother gets out of the friend zone, we celebrate. We shoot rockets off in the sky. Because it's a hard place to get out of, and that's, I mean, literally that's a whole nother show we could talk about.
Man,
But
That's valid.
but I'm just saying that like the friend zone is an extension of rejection. And that's one of the hardest rejections one could get because you put in so much energy and work into it. Like us getting rejected at a club, it's nothing. It's like Lopez said, we barely even know the chick.
Yeah.
Like if she accepts our advance, we're like, really? Oh, okay. Didn't see that coming. But if she rejects us, we expect it. But it's the ones that you take time with and you put time into, and after 2 years of getting to know them and their favorite color and their visit with their parents, and now you've gone on trips with them, and then all of a sudden you say, hey, listen, let's go on a date, not like a friend date, but like a date, and they say, oh nah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a dagger. That's a dagger
That's
through the
that's a
heart right
dagger.
there.
Like,
Yeah.
after that, I'm sitting in the tub like Mario Wayne's with my clothes on, singing "I Don't Want to Know." Like,
Ah,
I don't
that
wanna
I love
know.
that
that's my
song.
go-to song when I'm
That's a good
rejected.
song though.
If you're playing me, keep it on the low.
Yeah, we gonna have to dub that later on.
To wrap this up, I want us all to give a little brief speech in regards to, talking about rejection in regards to men. I want y'all to talk to our fellow brothers out there and how you think they should or we should as men take rejection. So I wanted y'all to give your last little, final statement on how one should take rejection as a man from a woman, and how y'all think that could probably make them a better person, overall in the future. So let's start with Mario.
In life in general, you're gonna come across a lot of challenges. Rejection is one of them, and you could either learn from it or you could, sink in that rabbit hole where you're just like hurt by it and continuously. But like you gotta, I think for every guy out there, like you should just learn from your mistakes and don't let it diminish you wanting to like go back and trying to shoot your shot again to someone you like that. I don't know. I feel like I've met a couple guys that their one rejection was so tough, like they didn't even want to go back out. Yeah, don't let like your previous that damage shot mess up for what's to come because you're not. Maybe you just weren't destined for that person, or you just weren't destined for a woman that rejected you. Job like everyone has a destiny, and that's how I feel in this world. If you got that L, that means there's another W out there for you. So just fight for that other W and just fight through, like just you have to work through all these L's in life, but you're gonna end up with a W. I guarantee it.
That was deep, yo. I felt
Yeah,
like
Well
some
said,
like Coach
Mario.
Carter or something. Like
that's
I
it.
ain't
Well
So
gonna lie,
I
said,
them
had to
Mario.
bars,
say
yo. I
it.
was like,
I mean, I know it's COVID, but I'm about to go to the club right now and just holler at every chick at the bar. Be like, yo, Mario told me I gotta just keep going. So,
That's all right. L. Wait, where's the W? Where's the W?
you know. So
yeah,
Lopez, what's your last statement on this, man? What we want to
yeah,
tell the
man.
brothers out there on rejection?
I'm gonna say this, bro. It's as a man, as a human,
The human.
rejection is inevitable, man. You're gonna face rejection in more ways than one. Not even just women, but I will share something that I heard when I was in college. And Jaleel White, you guys know
Urkel.
and love Urkel. Yup, he came to my school one time, and I remember him giving this speech. And he's going through this whole story about his life and this and that, and basically the lessons he learned. And one of his things that always stuck with me, he always said, every time that something went wrong for him, he said, rejection is God's protection. And I was, at first I was like, yo, that's cool, that's cool, it's deep. I will say this, man. Rejection, and Mario, you were touching on this. Rejection is just another avenue to success, man. We
Yeah.
can't stay on that line. Like I said, when you shoot that shot, don't sit there looking at the shot, B. The shot happened already. The shot's gone already. You're not gonna
Yeah.
get that shot back. You know what I mean? You take your next shot and that's it. You move on.
Next game.
So as in life, as with women, man, you shoot your shot, you hope for the best, you take an L and you move on, and that's it. You might get your W, and then you're gonna be happy, But we can't freeze up, and I think that's what happens. And Mario, I
Yeah.
think this is what you were trying to get to. Rejection can hurt like a bitch, like
Oh
it really can, especially if it's like something that you've been holding out for, right? Like you like, I want this one thing more than anything, right? And you hoping for that one thing. You put all your energy into that one thing and everything you're focused on in one thing, and then you still get rejected. Like, oh, bro, you gonna be in that hole for a little while. But my point to you is, don't stay there. Don't stay in that hole. Pick up whatever it is that you learned in that exchange and that transaction, whatever it was, and make sure you carry that with you. But I will say this, fellas, this is one tip that I have for you, man. Please do not try to do the same thing with every single woman that you meet, bro.
No, absolutely
Don't
not.
do not come with the same approach for every woman. Women are unique, just like we are unique as men. You have to come with a different strategy for everyone. You know what I'm saying? If your idea is, yeah, I'm just gonna shoot the same line 100 times and hope for the best, that's whack.
Yeah.
As a dude, I'm telling you that's whack. As a chick, she's not even gonna pay attention to you. So don't do that, man. Don't set yourself up for failure like that. You interested in a chick, find out about her, man. And I know we don't always have the opportunity to, learn so much about people, but you can learn a lot about a person even in a couple moments. You know what I'm saying? Just take some time to yourself. So that's my advice to you. Spit some game that's at least productive. You know what I mean? And go from there.
Very well said, hype. Very well said. I mean, I'm not gonna get into a long diatribe here, man. I mean, there's so many little quips I could say. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Rejection is just a part of life. I believe that getting rejected by a female is one of the most. It could be one of the most devastating things to a man, but also one of the most character building moments of a man as well.
Hmm.
The way you
Hell yeah.
handle rejection is more important than being rejected in the first place. And
Facts.
I think that that's one of the big things as a man that you just need to learn. Is something that I'm still learning. It's something that I think you just don't stop learning, and it's something that you hopefully pass down to your kids to make sure that they're better than you were at that age when it comes to handling rejection. And once you learn how to deal with rejection from a woman, I think that will help you in life outside of relationships, with jobs, with other pursuits of happiness in your life when you're trying to maybe build something outside of a relationship. When you've dealt with that with a woman, and this shows how strong and how important a woman is to a man. The fact that we take that rejection to heart so much that it could affect our outside life, outside of like, just a relationship, shows how much power a woman has over a man. And, I just think, hey guys, man, don't think about the person rejecting you. Think about how can you become better after the rejection. How can you turn that negative to a positive? And once you start thinking like that, you will find out that there's an equation that's going to make you better. It's going to make you better down the line. And once you figured out that, it's like unlocking the fucking matrix, man, because then you'll be able to navigate, this terrain of women a lot easier, and you'll be able to talk to them a lot better, and then your confidence will grow naturally because you've taken that rejection and you've turned it into something positive and something more, useful to you as a person. I think that, this was a nice little subject that we was able to talk about. I want everybody out there to try to go out there and take some risk. Try to take some risk that could involve a rejection. How do you react from that if you get rejected? Maybe take a note of that, take a mental note or write it down and just say, damn, I got rejected. This is how it felt. This is how I am. What can I do better? That's growth. When you start asking yourself the questions after you get rejected, that's a sign of growth. That's not a sign of weakness. Any last words, fellas, in regards to this?
Yeah, I got one more, and this is going to link back to my analogy from before. Choose better shots, bro. You don't have to shoot every shot, bro. Like just choose better quality shots.
You ain't Steph Curry. Not everybody Steph Curry. You can't all shoot from the fucking 3-point line.
I'm just saying.
Sometimes you got to take a motherfucking layup.
Just shoot better quality shots. That's all I'm saying. You don't got to shoot every shot.
Yeah.
Take the
Sometimes
risk,
you gotta pass the ball.
Don't shoot every shot. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all.
Sometimes you got to pass the ball. Sometimes the girl you about to holler at ain't for you. Give it to your mans. Throw the alley-oop.
That's exactly the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, sometimes your man's is a better 3-point shooter than you are. Maybe you better in the mid range. Maybe you are better as an alley oop guy. Maybe you just need to dunk all the time. You can't be shooting from outside.
There you go.
Everybody shoots differently. Everybody got a different type of game. Know your role.
There it is. Be yourself.
But that wraps it up today for Mutually Yours, ladies and gents. I hope you had a good time with the subject. I know we did. But yeah, this is M.R.P, your brother, your MC, C to the M to the I to the C, with my other brother, HYPE,
Hey.
and my other brother, Super Mario.
Yay.
Everybody else out there, I hope you're having a blessed time, and I hope you out there taking good shots in life. As always, the respect is mutual.
Mutual.